Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today you need a mat, which you should lay out right now, some water for hydration, and plenty of space to move in. We're going to train your core with some core-centric movements, starting standing and finishing on the mat. Bring your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders, standing off your mat. Soften your knees and lengthen out through your waistline. Let your shoulders drop down and back. Lift out through the top of the head. Tuck your chin slightly and feel your core muscles tighten around your midsection. Take both hands. Reach up. Stretch right back. Open through the chest. Bring your hands on your thighs. Hinge forward. Soften your knees. Lift up. Right hand reaches up. Opens to the side. Sweeps forward with the hips moving back. Knees soft. Lift up with the left hand. Reach up. Open to the side, hinge forward, sitting back through the hips, knees are soft, hands on the thighs. Lift up, roll your shoulders 2 times, big shoulder circles. Now squat down and up. We do have some squats in today's class because the legs are very much connected to your core, and your glutes, your bottom, have a very big influence on back health. 4 more. Sit back each time, chest forward. This time reach your right hand up. Now the left. Thumb back, palm in. 4 more times. Alternating reaches up. Just shift your weight side to side, tap the toe. Let's get the whole body warmed up. Little bend in the knees as you reach up and down. Palm in, thumb back. Stretch right up through the side of the body. For 4, 3, reach across, swivel a foot, thumb up, shoulder down, proud chest, reach long, pull back through your opposite elbow. 4, 3, 2, reach up. For 4, 3, 2, reach across. For 4. Reach up. 1 more time. 4. Reach across. 4. Reach for your knees. Shift your weight side to side. Sit back. 4, 3, 2, hold to the right. Sit back. Stretching your left inner thigh. Now lift up and rotate round and press your left heel into the floor. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. Angle your body. Now lift the back heel up. Lift up through the body. Dip down and feel a stretch in the front of the hip. Bend your elbows. Press the heel and bend the knees. Stretching the calf and stretching the front of your hip. 2 more. 1 more. Press and open to the front. Squat down and press your knees back, stretching your groin and inner thigh muscles. Now, bring your toes straight ahead. Sit back to the left, hands on the left thigh, stretching your right inner thigh. Rotate round and press your right heel to the floor. Nice long line from your head to your heel, stretching your calf. Lift that heel up. Lift the body up and dip down and feel an opening through the front of your hip. Lift your chest, bend your elbows. Now press the heel and lift up. Press the heel, lift up and bend the knees. Sink down, press. 1 more time. Press and bend. Now open to the front again. Knees open. Press your inner thighs open with your hands. Now drop your left shoulder down. Press the left knee back. Look over your right shoulder. Other side. Press the knee back. Rotate again. And 1 more time. Come to the center. Press both knees back. Now toes come forward. Squat. Lift up. Roll the shoulders back. Take the right hand. Reach up. Open. Hinge forward to the hips, knees soft. Lift up, left side, last time. Open to the side with the arm, hinge forward, knees soft, hands on the thighs. Lift up and roll your shoulders back. Let's get started with our body weight core training. We're going to start with our integrated whole body movements. I'm going to start my timer. We'll do each move for about 40 seconds. You'll have 15 seconds in between. We'll start with a rear lunge. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. Lengthen the spine, knees are soft. Stack your shoulders directly over your hips and your ears directly over your shoulders. Bring your hands together. Lunge your left leg back, straight back from the hips. Let's begin. Lunge, back, rotate to the right, come back to the center and step in. Repeat that, same side. Lunge back, rotate to the right, come back to the center and step in. So it's like you're wringing out a wet pair of jeans with that rotation through your waistline. Lunge back, bend both knees, sink down, rotate, wring out that wet pair of jeans. And again, back, rotate, strengthening your legs as well as your core. Last one, rotate, center. And now, sumo squat, left leg steps out. So the right leg is still the working leg. Left hand reaches up. Squat and step forward. Reach up. Just reach up at first a little bit forward. Now as your body starts to warm up a little bit more, reach up a little higher, letting the shoulder find a doable range of motion. Sit back into the squat. Keep your right foot at 12 o'clock and step back to 8 o'clock with your left foot. Reach straight up with your left arm. Last one. Now come off your mat. We're going to do a rotating movement. Lace your fingers, loop your thumbs, bring your feet a little wider than your shoulders. Toes are slightly turned out to 11 and 1. Squat down, hands between the legs, chop over your right shoulder. Squat down, chop over your left shoulder. Squat down, right shoulder. Squat down, left shoulder. Sit back. Release your right heel as you chop to the left. Release your left heel as you chop to the right. Come down slow and then fire a slingshot. Slowly down, power up. Working the core and the legs. One more time each way. Chop, down, and chop. I'm going to step forward so I've got space behind me. We're going to do the other side of the rear lunge. So this time your right leg lunges back. Lengthen your posture, shoulders down, right leg back. Let's begin. Back, hands together, rotate, back to the center, and step forward. Big step back. Rotate to the left, come back to the center, and step in. Rotate. Oh. Make sure you're breathing. Back onto the ball of your foot. Keep your chest lifted. And remember, you're wringing out a wet pair of jeans, strengthening your oblique muscles. This is a whole body movement. You're strengthening your legs as well. Now, step out to 4 o'clock with your right leg. 4 o'clock and step in. Again, 4 o'clock. You can keep your left hand on your left thigh. The left leg is the working leg. Reach up as high as you can with your right arm. Sit back. Keep your left foot at 12 o'clock. Step out. to 4 o'clock with your right leg. Sitting back. One more. Make sure you're breathing. All right, shake out your legs. Give them a little shake. We've got one more standing set, then we're heading to the mat. We'll start with a kickstand hinge. You can step off your mat if your mat is really spongy. This one's got a little bit of balance involved. I'm going to stay on my mat. Kickstand your left leg so you've got 80% of your weight on the right leg. Bring your hands onto the thighs, lift your chest. Hinge at the hip and lift up. Keep your right knee soft. Working the right leg. 80% of your weight is in the right leg. You've got your left foot is just there for some balance. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, bring your hands across to your opposite shoulder and cross the arms. You're strengthening your hamstring, the back of your thigh, and your glute. And these are the powerful muscles that keep the knees stable. But most importantly, you're strengthening all of your back muscles that hold you upright and improve your posture. One more time. Take a step to your left. I'm going to step off my mat. Side lunge to the right. Reach down, reach and push off. Big step out, push off, come up tall. Sink down, reach down. Again, training the powerful muscles in the glutes and in the back and in the thigh as well. So this is core that is more integrated. You're working the whole body with the core having big control of the movement. Reach down towards mid-calf or lower towards your ankle with your left hand. Right hand is on the thigh. One more time. Good. Make sure you're off your mat for this next one. Golf chop, second set. Toes turn out slightly at 11 and 1. Lace and loop, chest up, squat down slow. Chop over the right. Squat, chop over the left. Sit back, over the right. Each time, release the heel. Sitting back, lifting up. Make sure you're breathing the whole time. Each time you sit back. Good, come up powerfully. One more each side. Last one. Kickstand hinge. You can stay off your mat or come onto your mat. If your mat is spongy, it's going to challenge your balance. Kickstand the right foot. Soften the left knee. Let's start. Hands on the thighs. Hinge and lift up. Push the hips back. So press back through your hips. To make that more challenging, you can bring your hands to your opposite shoulder and make all of the muscles in the back of the body do the work. Your low back muscles are getting stronger. Keep your shoulder blades slightly pulled back. Bring your gaze down as you hinge at the hips. Good. One more. Take a step to your right. I'm going to come off my mat. Side lunge to the left. Let's readjust your posture because that's one of our main focuses today. Pull your abdominals nice and firmly. Take a big step to the left. Big step. Reach down with your right hand, mid-calf or lower, hinging at the hips. Your left hand is on the thigh to offer your spine just a little support. Bring your gaze down as you take that big step out. Keep your right knee slightly bent. It's soft, so it's not locked at the knee. One more. Very nice. Let's come down to our mat. Bend one knee and then come onto your side first. Lie on your side and then roll onto your back. Bend your knees, brace your core, and bring your hands straight up from the shoulders. Pull your shoulders down and back. Now, pick the feet up off the mat. Stay here, pressing your back into the mat slightly, so there's no movement in the torso. Bring your hands onto the front of the knees and press your hands into your knees and your knees into your hands while you maintain a strong back. Take your right hand and your left leg and open it down for 4 counts and come up for 4 counts. Same side, go again. Right hand, left leg. Keep the other knee and the other hand where it is, and then come up. Move slow. Last one. Roll, feet down, roll onto your side. Come up onto your forearm. Place your forearm directly underneath your shoulder. Lift up into a side bridge. Now this is challenging for a lot of reasons. You're strengthening your core muscles from underneath, but also your shoulder girdle muscles. So it's going to strengthen your shoulder. To make it more challenging, you can lift the leg up. You can take a break and lower the hips if you need to. Keep the shoulders stacked, keep the hips stacked. Breathe and come down. Come back onto your side and roll back onto your back. Okay, bridge. Palms of your hands face up, shoulders down, knees bent close to you. Flex your ankles. Now lift the hips. Up for 2 and down for 2. You're going to feel a really nice stretch down the front of your thighs and a strong contraction in your glutes. And like I said before, your glutes are very much influence what happens with your back. So when you're training your back, it's a really good idea to train your glutes, your bottom, and that's where you'll feel this, right here. Press the hips high, flex the ankles. You may even feel the front of your shin. Do one more. Hips down. Now, pick your feet up again, like you're sitting in a chair. We're going to do that dead bug on the other side. Bring your hands onto the fronts of your knees. Press your knees into your hands. Press your hands into your knees. Brace and breathe. Now take the left hand and the right leg, lower it down and bring it up. Again, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up for 4. Moving slowly. Once you've seen it, look straight up at the ceiling, strengthening your core. This has a silly name, but it's a very good exercise for building stability in your core, and that strengthens your back. Last one. Feet down, roll onto your side, press up, and come to the other side for the side bridge. Bring your elbow so it's directly underneath your shoulder. That's super important. That's going to protect your shoulder. Your shoulders are going to get strong, but we want to keep them in a healthy position. Straight underneath the shoulder. Lift up. Now hold there. Stack your shoulders and stack your hips to make it more challenging. Straighten the top leg. If you need to take a break and lower your hips, absolutely go ahead. Keep your chest open and breathe. And come down. All right, we are not done. We have some planks, some really great movements for your back. So we're going to start, I'm going to swing around in a plank. So bring your forearms onto the mat and your knees onto the mat. Tuck your toes under. You'll feel a little stretch underneath your toes. Lift the back of your head up so that you've got a straight line from your head to your tailbone. Now straighten one leg and bend the knee. Other side, straighten the leg and bend the knee. Lightly touching down, alternating lifts. Now there's our first starting movement. You want to make this more challenging? Lift both knees up and then touch down. If you need to take a break, just rest on your knees. Lift the knees and bend them. This is also going to strengthen the front of your thighs. You may even feel it there. Keep the head lifted. One more time. Come onto your knees and then come onto your hands. Hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Press your shoulders down away from your ears. Brace your core. Opposite arm and leg stretches out. It's like the opposite of a dead bug. Stretch out and come down. Now change sides on this one. Stretch the other side out and come down. Repeat that. Spread your hands on the mat to take some of the pressure off your wrists and come down. Keep your hips square and level as you reach out and come down. Reach all the way away and come down. Last one. Stretch and come down. Now come onto your tummy. Stretch your arms all the way out in front of you. Look down. Opposite arm and leg lifts and lowers. Stretch and down. So it's just a little tiny lift. Just a little tiny lift. Opposite arm and leg. Think of it as a stretch rather than purely as a lift. Keep your gaze down so the back of your neck stays neutral. Reach away. Last one. Good. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and then come back onto your forearms for a second plank. As you can see, we're doing 2 sets of everything today. So here's our second set. Tuck your toes under. Come up onto your forearms. Now, straighten one leg and then bring it down. Straighten the other leg and bring it down. So we start with an alternating knee lift. And then if you want to make it more challenging, go to that bilateral, both knees lift and bend. Both knees lift and bend, or one at a time. Your choice. If you're getting fatigued, just come onto your knees and rest for a moment. One more, and then come onto your knees. Bird dog. Second set, last exercise. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, press your shoulders down. Opposite arm and leg stretches away, holds, and comes down. Other side, spread your hand on the mat and come down. Reach to opposite ends of the room. and brace your core. Stretch all the way away and come down. You're almost there. One more each side. Here's the last one. And come down. Come back onto your forearms. Come back onto your tummy. And then shoelaces flat. Press your shoulders down. Press your chest forward in between your arms. Squeeze your glute. And then point your tailbone towards your heels. So you're not feeling any compression in your lower back. If you're feeling any kind of compression in your lower back, walk your elbows further forward away from you. Good. Now, walk your hands underneath your shoulders, press back. Keeping your hips high, walk your hands all the way forward and press down. Let your head hang in between your arms, heavy. Stretching out through your shoulder girdle. And walk your hands in. Come up to standing. Lift up first to high kneeling. And then bring one leg forward. Tuck your back toes under. Bring your hand onto your thigh. Press up to standing. Learning to get off the floor is a valuable skill. All right, bring your feet a little wider than your shoulders. Toes point straight ahead. Take a big deep breath in, reaching up. Take a hold of your right wrist and pull up and over. Other side, pull up and over. Do that again. Up and over. Stretching the side of the body. We work that with the side bridge. So I want to give it a stretch. Good, lift up. Now pull your elbows back, like you're framing your head with your arms. Lower your arms and roll the shoulders back. Rotate across side to side. Rotate side to side, swivel the foot, and just let the arms come across the front of the body and swing behind the body to loosen up the spine and shoulders. Good, one more each way. Roll your shoulders back. Step your feet hip distance apart. We're going to stretch the back of your thighs, your hamstrings. Step your left leg back. Flex your right foot. Hinge at the hips. Good. Bring your hands onto your thighs to support the back. Now point and flex the foot. Stretching the calf as you pull the toes back and the hamstring together. Hold there. Flex, pull the toes back. Sink down a little deeper. Plant the foot, lift up. Big deep breath in as you reach up. Hands down, step your right leg back. Flex the left ankle. Hinge at the hip. Good, now point and flex. Hands are on the thighs, giving the back some support. Hold there. Go a little deeper. Plant the foot, step forward. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down. Tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder and press down through your left arm. Pressing the left shoulder away from the left ear. Feeling a stretch on the left side of your neck. Lift up. Other side. Tilt the head to the left. Reach your right hand down, stretching the right side of your neck. It should feel really good. Reach out with your right fingertips and lift up. Take a big deep breath in, reaching up. Separate your feet. Hinge forward at the hips, sitting back. Now, like we began, reach your right hand up. Fan it out to the side as you hinge forward at the hips. Knees are soft. Lift up. Left hand reaches up. Reach up. Press the hips forward. Open the arms to the side. Hinge at the hips. Lift up. Let's repeat that one more time. Right side up. Open the front of the body. Stretch out. Brace your core. Hinge forward. Left side, reach up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward at the hips. Knees are soft. Lift up. Roll your shoulders back. We are done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great class. I can't wait to move with you again. Enjoy the rest of your